Yes, students. In this class, we will discuss about journal. What is journal book and its format, how to prepare journal book, and at last we will discuss about its rules of journalizing. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the meaning of journal. Now, what is journal? A journal is a simple book. It is a simple book in which all the business transactions will be recorded. Okay. Whenever there is any business transaction, there is any purchase of goods, any sale of goods, any asset is purchased, whatever will be the business transaction, first of all, that will be recorded in which book? In journal book. Now, the word journal comes from the French word that is journal. It means a day. Now, next thing is journal is a primary book for recording day-to-day transactions in chronological order. Means, first of all, journal is a primary book. Why it is called primary book? Because first of all, a business transaction is recorded in which book? Journal book. Next is all the journal all the business transactions will be recorded in what order? According to sequence wise, according to date wise, and it is called which order? According to chronological order. It means in the order in which they occur, all the business transactions will be recorded according to that sequence wise. That's why it's also called book of first entry or original entry. Why it is called book of first entry or original entry? Because first of all, the business transaction is recorded in that journal. That's why it's also called book of original entry. Now next important, now we will discuss about its format. How to prepare a journal book. Now basically there are 5 columns. First column is of a date column, second is particulars column, third is LF, and fourth and fifth is amount column. Fourth column is you have to write debit amount, and in fifth column you have to write credit amount. Now one by one we will discuss about. First, in date column. First of all, in date column you have to write year. Then after year you have to write month and date of business transaction. Okay. First of all you have to write year, then date of business transaction. First thing is date of transaction will be recorded. Second column is important. Now in these particular columns, both the aspects, debit and credit aspect of transaction will be recorded. It means every business transaction has 2 aspects. One aspect is of a debit aspect and second aspect is of a credit aspect. Now both these aspects will be written in this column, debit as well as credit. Now second thing, every debit account is written in the first line. Now first of all, like in this example, just check what is written here. Cash account debit. DR means it is a debit. It means first of all you have to write which aspect? Debit aspect. Suppose in this business transaction cash account is debited. First of all you have to write always which aspect? Debit aspect. And At the end of near the line, you have to write word dear in this line. Okay. Next thing. First, you have to write debit aspect. Second is you have to write which aspect? Credit aspect. Suppose in this example, sales account is credit. Now, whenever you will write credit aspect, always you have to start with the word to. Okay. Every credit aspects will be written with the word what? To. You have to write to. Now, second important thing is whenever you will write the credit aspect, you have to give some space. Here space is given from that line. Okay. That is how you have to write credit aspect of a business transaction. The 2 points. First, you have to write to word to, then you have to give some space from that line. Now, in this way, you have to record both aspects, debit as well as credit aspect. Now, check after both aspects. There is one line is written in brackets. Goods are sold for cash. Now, what it means? It is just a brief explanation of entry. What entry you have passed? That entry you have passed for what? Goods have been sold for what? In cash. It means after every transactions, you have to write a brief explanation, and that brief explanation is called narration. Okay. Now read what is narration. After the entry, a brief explanation of transaction is written, and that brief transaction is called what? Narration. It means that is written as a narration. It was your second column. Now next column is LF column. LF is ledger folio column. Okay, third column is of a ledger folio column. And what will be written here? Number of ledger page is written. It means what is written here? Page number of ledger. Means after completion of that journal book, we have to prepare ledger book. And all the business transactions will be posted in which book? Ledger book. And here you have to write the page number of that ledger book. Next column is of a debit amount column, and next amount is of a credit amount column. In debit amount, what will be recorded? Amount to be debited, and in credit amount column, what will be recorded? Amount to be credited. Okay, in this way, it is just a format of journal book. Now, next thing is we will discuss about rules of journalizing. Now, from this journal format, we have discussed now there are two accounts. One account is to be debited and another account is to be credited. Now, next question is which account is to be debited and which account is to be credited. Now, there are some rules. And on the basis of what that one account is to be debited and another account is to be credited. Now that rules are based on two approaches. There are two approaches in accounts. First approach is traditional approach and second approach is of a modern approach. In this class we will discuss about traditional approach of journalizing. Now, first of all, we will discuss now. As per traditional classification, accounts are of two types: personal and impersonal account. Now, under personal count, again there are two counts: natural personal count and second is artificial personal account. And under impersonal, there are two types of counts: real and nominal. And one by one, we will discuss about. Yes. First account we are going to discuss about personal count. Now, what are personal counts? The accounts which are related to persons. These accounts which are opened under the name of persons, like it can be opened for any individuals, any firms, any company, any institutions. Now there are two types of accounts: first is natural and second is artificial. Now, what is natural personal account? That accounts which are opened for what person? Natural persons. Natural person is which are the creations of God, like human beings. Means accounts which are opened for human beings, that accounts are called natural personal accounts. Like any RAM account, any owner's account, any debtor's account, any creditor's account. These all accounts are related to natural personal account. Second thing is artificial personal account. Now, what are artificial? These accounts are opened for what persons? Who are not human beings. These are not human beings, but they are still considered as persons. In the eyes of law, they are persons, but that are not human beings. That are called artificial personal accounts. Like any firm account, any partnership firm there is, any company account, any bank account, any there is any society, any club, any institution like ICICI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India. These accounts are for artificial persons and not related to human beings. That are artificial personal accounts. Next, we will discuss about its rule. What is the rule of personal account? Yes. What is the rule of personal account? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Means if any person is receiving, if he is a receiver, his account will be debitor, and if any person is a giver, his account will be creditor. Now we will take one example. Cash is paid to Ram, rupees 50,000. Now in this business transaction, Ram is in which account? Personal account. Because it is a human being. Now, second, you have to apply the rule. First, you have identified Ram is a personal account. Then after that, you have to apply this rule. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now check it whether Ram in this example is a receiver or giver. Now cash is paid to Ram. Now Ram is a receiver of rupees 50,000. Now you have identified Ram is a receiver. Ram is personal account, Ram is a receiver, and what is the rule? According to this rule, receiver account will be debited. That's why his account, Ram account will be debited. That is the rule of personal account. In this way, you have to debit or credit. Next thing, Next account is real account. Now first of all, what is the meaning of real account? Accounts which relates to properties or assets. Means in business transaction, we have to purchase, we have to sell some kind of assets. Any land, like any building, any furniture we have to purchase, any machinery we have to purchase. Means real accounts are related to that tangible and intangible assets of firm. Now, what are tangible assets? That assets which can be seen. Tangible assets which can be seen or which can be touched. We can touch it. Like example, suppose example is given, any cash in hand, any land, any building, any plot, machinery, this can be seen as well as touched. Now what are intangible assets which can't be seen, which we can't see and which we can't touch, but still they are assets, like any goodwill, patents, copyrights, trademarks. These are the examples of intangible assets. Now, next thing we will discuss about its rule. What is the rule of real account? Now, what is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. For example, furniture is purchased for rupees 40,000. Business organization has purchased furniture. Now check it. First of all, you have to identify furniture is a which account now? Real account. Because it is an asset. First of all, in this transaction, furniture is a which account? Real account. Now after that, you have to apply the rule of real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Now check it whether furniture is coming in your business or it is goes out from your business organizations. Now furniture is purchased. Furniture is purchased. It means furniture is coming in your business, and that's why furniture account will be debited. According to rule, what comes in, it will be debited. Okay, this was the rule of real account: debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Now, third account, that is a nominal account. Now, nominal accounts relates to what? Expenses. Expenses, losses, gains, and profits. Means in your business organization, you have to incur some kind of expenses. There may be some losses also in your business organization. There may be some gains and profits. And all these accounts which are opened in the name of expenses, losses, gains, and profits, that account are nominal account. Now, example, any salary paid, any interest paid, it is an expense, it is a nominal account. If there is any loss by way of any accident, if any accident occurred, if any fire occurred, it is a loss. There is a loss, it will be a which account? Nominal account. Any sale of goods, any commission received, it's an income gain, any profit on the sale of fixed assets. These are just examples of nominal accounts. Now, what is nominal accounts? Accounts which are opened under the name of expenses, losses, gains, or profits. Now, next thing we will discuss about its rules. What are the rules of nominal account? Rule is all the expenses and losses account will be debited, and all the incomes gains account will be credited. Okay, expenses and losses account will be debit, and incomes and gains account will be credited. Suppose for example, salary is paid rupees 10,000. Now salary is an expense for business, it's an expense. And according to the rule of nominal count, all expenses are in which count? Nominal count. It means salary is a nominal count. And what is the rule? All the expenses will be debited. And according to the rule of nominal count, salary account will be debited. In this way, you have to identify which account is a personal account, which account is a nominal account, and which account is a real account. And after that, you have to apply the rules of that three accounts: personal, real, and nominal. Now, in brief, we will discuss about what are the steps. Steps in journalizing means how we will pass journal entry. First step is identification of accounts. What it means? In every business transaction, I have already told, in every business transaction at least two accounts are involved. At least two accounts. But there may be more than two also, but at least two accounts are involved in any business transaction. Now first thing is you have to find out which two accounts are involved in a business transaction. First of all, you have to identify. Second thing, you have to check its account type. Means whether it's a personal account, whether it's a real account, and whether it is a nominal account. Okay, in first step, you have to identify two accounts, and after identifying that accounts, you have to check its nature, whether it relates to personal, real, and nominal. In third step, after you have identified, then you have to apply the rules, golden rules of accounting. And according to that rules of accounting, you have to find out which account is to be debited and which account is to be credited. These are three steps according to which you have to pass journal entries. We will take one example that will be very clear. Let's read first one example. Now, on 1st July 2020, what is business transaction? Cash received from Mohan, that is rupees 10,000. Means cash is received from Mohan, that is rupees 20,000. Now first, what is the first step? You have to identify accounts. Which minimum two accounts are involved. First is cash is received. First account will be involved is a cash account. Second is from whom cash is received, that is from Mohan. Means under first step you have to identification of accounts. First is now you have identified two accounts, cash and Mohan. Now that is first step. Now in second step. In second step you have to find out its account type. Now check first cash account. Now you have to identify cash in which account, whether it's a personal account, real account or nominal account. Now cash is an asset, it's just a property. Now according to that rule, cash is in which account? Real account. And Mohan is a person, it is a human being, and all human beings accounts are of which account? Personal account. Okay, in the second step, we have identified its type. Cash is a real and Mohan is a personal account. And third step, you have to apply the rules, golden rules of accounting. Now check it. Now cash is a real account. In second step, we have identified. Now you have to apply the rule of real account. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Now check in this sum. Cash is received from Mohan. Now check it whether cash is coming in or it goes out. Now cash is received, it means it is coming in your business. And according to that rule, cash count will be debited. Cash count will be debited. Next thing, next you have to identify its second account that relates to Mohan. Now check. Mohan is a personal account. You have identified in second step. Now you have to apply the rule of personal account. What is the rule of personal account? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Debit is receiver and credit is giver. Now check it. Now you have to check whether Mohan in this case is a receiver or giver. Cash is received from Mohan 10,000. It means Mohan is a giver of rupees 10,000. Mohan is a giver and according to that rule, Mohan account will be correct. Now, which account are debited, now which account is to be corrected, you have to identify. Cash account is to be debited and Mohan account will be corrected. Now, this entry you have to record in your journal. At the top, you have to write here journal. Then, in first column, date column, you have to write first of all year. Then date of transaction is July 1st. Then first of all, which aspect is to be recorded? Debit aspect. So what is debit? That is cash count. Cash count is debited. Then secondly, you have to record credit aspect to Mohan account. Always you have to start credit aspect with word to Mohan account. Then fourth column amount is 10,000, credit is amount 10,000. Now at last you have to write narration. Narration is just a brief explanation of that entry. Now what is the brief explanation? Cash received from Mohan. Just we have to write brief explanation, that is cash received from Mohan, and it's called a narration. Okay, these are some steps of journal book. In this class, we have discussed about journal, its format, and three types of accounts: personal, real, and loan. And we have discussed about its format, what are the steps of journalizing, how to prepare a journal,